said that you had enough experience and knowledge to open a place of your own. So what prompted you to do it as opposed to someone who didn't have any knowledge in the business?
No, I knew I didn't have enough knowledge in the background.
Yeah.
It was just as simple as that. And you know, at first I said, okay, Tommy, you know, yeah, you can do this, no problem. But then I thought, you know, about other aspects of it, you know, like finance, food costing, you know, train the trainer. I could name a list of things that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why.
Yeah. So
yeah.
even if somebody has some experience in the business, it would benefit them too.
If someone asked me 25 years experience, you'd say, oh, he's enough experience, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't have, but I know a lot more now.
Good.
You know, it was really very good.
Very good.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you, James. You meant every word of that?
I did, every word of it.
Yes, I am Sverre Steen. I'm Norwegian, and I am the CEO of Rosenduft und Kochvergnügen in Germany, which is a cookery school in the northern part of Germany, and we are starting up in the beginning of next year.
Okay. Sverre, what was your favourite part of the 12-week restaurant kitchen management certificate course?
It is very difficult to say a real best part. I think that the whole part of it was good. Some stuff that was not really inside the management course, but the dancing on Fridays.
Yeah.
I really loved it.
Yeah.
Because it really put you out of the stress from the week where we learned so much.
Yeah.
And it really went into the brain then during the dancing and everything like that.
Yeah. Okay, very good. What was the most interesting part of the course for you?
I think that the most important part for me was the training sessions.
Okay.
And how to give training to people. I loved that part.
Okay, very good. What was the most memorable site visit?
It must have been down in Cork.
Right.
Yes, a very nice restaurant down in Cork.
Why?
Because I met a person who really showed what customer care and customer service is. It was a waitress that really knew her menu by heart. Really.
What restaurant was that in?
Yes, what was the name again? Mia names, you know.
Nash
19, yeah,
yes.
Nash 19 down in Cork. Really good.
Okay. What aspects of the course were unexpected but were interesting all the same?
That was the garden play.
Okay, yes, go on.
Also the fact that you are really talking about work life and personal life balance, which you don't think about when you are going for a management course. A management course which is so important, in fact, to know what the balance is. Because if you work 72 hours or whatever per week, you just burn out. And you really show that very well.
Yeah. Okay, very good. What is the most important message you will take away from the course?
Customer care.
Okay.
Smiling. Give the customer what they want.
Okay. And how do you do that? What have you learned about doing that?
You can set up a system which covers the different aspects of the customer care. This will ease the way you are caring a customer, and I think that's great system. How did you say? The system runs the business, and you run the system.
Exactly. Well done. How would you describe the facilitators who came in to do the workshops, the experts that I brought in to do some parts of the course?
You just said it, experts. They were all experts, and in their own area. And we could also see that you had briefed them on how to use accelerated training. Really good.
Okay, very good. What would you say to somebody thinking of doing the 12-week course in restaurant and kitchen management?
If you are going to open a restaurant or a kitchen or run a business around restaurant, go for it. Just go for it.
Why?
Because you will learn so much that you wouldn't think about if you just go into it. The restoration business is a large business where you have all aspects of a normal business and you have the hospitality behind it. So you need to learn it from somebody who knows it and you know it.
Okay. What do you have any other comments at the end of a 12-week process where you worked very hard? Have you any other comments?
I'm going to miss it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, I'm going to miss it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well done. Thanks, James.
Hello, I'm Caroline Gray and I'm living in Greystones in County Wicklow, and I'm hoping to set up a cafe in my home county in the near future. And that's what I'm doing in the Abbeyleix School of Restaurant and Kitchen Management. That's my starting point.
Thank you. Caroline, what was your favourite part of the 12-week course in restaurant and kitchen management?
Oh, Blonnet, it's really, really hard to give you an answer to that. My favourite part, I suppose, from a structural point of view, it gave me, I will go away with a roadmap on how to set about what it is I want to do, which is to open a cafe. And I will come away with a very strong system in place, and I'll know how to go about it. It's been amazing learning that. The other parts of the course that I learned were, of course, the fun. I can't tell you how much fun it's been. We've had a wonderful learning environment, and Blonnet, you've been instrumental and led the way in that. And for that, I can't thank you enough, because a lot of the information that we had to deal with was really involved and in some cases very difficult. But it was made very easy for us, and the quality of the lectures was second to none. The communication lines were extremely clear.
Very good, thank you. What was the most interesting part of the course? If you could pick out any aspect that was most interesting.
The most interesting part of the course, gosh, it's very difficult. That's putting me on the spot now. Let me see. I enjoyed the kitchen design end of things, kitchen management, the structures and procedures, the actual nuts and bolts of what you need to do and have in place to really run a kitchen on the ground. I loved that. Weirdly enough, I loved the financial side of it as well, and the forecasting, which wouldn't be my métier, I suppose. It's not what I'm good at, but I found that kind of really interesting, so that it gives you a bit of confidence to learn that, because you start to know about a system whereby you can control the management of your cafe from a week-to-week basis, which is a pretty powerful thing to be able to do. And I really received that, the emphasis, not letting things slide, really keeping control on those figures and how to do it, so that was really good. Every lecture that came in was brilliant. I mean, the social media, the marketing, the law, the training. The training was wonderful. You know, it's hard to pick out anything actually, because every day it was a new day, and there was incredibly wonderful depth of information being thrown at us the whole time.
Very good. What aspects of the course were unexpected but were interesting nonetheless?
Unexpected. Well, as I didn't know what to expect, nothing was unexpected. And everything, I really mean everything, was interesting. Every single thing that we did. I suppose the unexpected thing would be the life-work balance and the really evolved attitude towards that from yourself, because I found that unusual, and I found it liberating, and I found from the point of view of actually tackling this project and my life going on now into the future, I found that it just created this wonderful environment. I could have been very stressed because there was an awful lot of information and there was an awful lot to do the whole time. I could have actually been very stressed, but I think because we were doing dance exercises was part of every week, and you were very good about setting up yoga that we could go to and things like that. We even did a bit of Tai Chi. So all those things balanced out the sort of frenetic pace which we were operating at. So that was unexpected for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. What is the most important message you're going to take away from the course?
Oh, the most important message is that yes, I can do this, which I didn't know that I could. And now that I have the tools to do it, I feel a bit empowered. I'm going to go to Ballymaloe after this, but I'm so glad I did this first, because I would have hit Ballymaloe and I would have said, okay, right, this is the flair, this is the cooking, I mean, I can do this, I can learn this, but there's so much else to learn. And I would have been worried in the back of my mind the whole time in Ballymaloe that I didn't have the deeper knowledge about business and management systems. So I'm so pleased that I did this first, actually. Even though it's a little way off now for me to set up this cafe, I'm going to do work experience and I'm going to go to Ballymaloe first, so I'm not going to rush into it. But I think starting off with the bones of it is a really good idea, because, you know, if you feel you have personality, if you feel you have flair, if you feel, all right, I need to learn how to cook, but I feel I have a certain aptitude towards that. But so you know you have those things in place, but actually learning the structure and the bones of management, and particularly management in a catering establishment, and going away with that is pretty amazing. So it makes me more relaxed, actually. So they're the things I'm taking away. I'm taking away systems with me. I try to do things.
Very good. What aspects of the work-life balance did you most enjoy?
I absolutely loved the dancing.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And I loved the yoga as well.
Yeah.
I found that really deeply relaxing. But the dancing, oh, it was a burst of joy every Friday evening. And we went home on a high every Friday evening.
Good. How would you describe the facilitators, the experts that are brought in to...
Second to none. Second to none. Nearly every one of them. Second to none. They were amazing communicators and incredibly helpful. And you know, questions, the way they handled questions. I mean, they weren't just able to impart information. They were able to deal with us and our personalities and our different wants and needs. Just incredibly well.
Good.
You know.
What would you say to somebody thinking of doing the 12-week course in restaurant and kitchen management?
Well, I think anybody who's thinking of entering the business and who's ambitious about that, whether they wanted to go into management in the hotel industry or whether they wanted to, well, particularly, of course, set up their own cafe. It's pivotal. If you're thinking of actually opening your own business, that's what this is really all about. So I couldn't encourage anybody more to do it. It's, you know, I thought I needed to do this. I now think that it would have been a disaster if I didn't. Right. I see that, a complete disaster. And I am on the verge of maybe in a couple of years' time or maybe less investing a lot of money into this. So to me this is a magnificent investment before I go and commit my time, my energy and my funds into this business, which, you know, you want to reduce the amount of things that can go wrong. You want to reduce the precariousness of the whole thing. So this is an incredibly good way of doing that. You're taking away, you're making yourself more sure-footed, and you know, you're getting the benefit of, Bláthnaid, your years and depth and knowledge of experience. You know, it goes way beyond money. That way beyond it. So I'm walking away with all that.
Very good. Is there anything else you'd like to say having finished the course?
I think probably the course will have changed my life. I think it's been very good for me on a personal level, and I think professionally it empowers me. But